I want to tell you something about the way policy gets made. Policies are made by people, and people, no matter how much data they look at, are ultimately moved by stories. A statistic says, 50 million Americans live with chronic pain. A story says, I used to coach my son's Little League team. I had to stop. I missed 5 years of his childhood because I could not get adequate treatment. When I finally got the right care, I was at his last game of the season. I cried the entire time. Which one moves you more? Your story is not just a personal thing. Your story is evidence. It is testimony. It is data that no spreadsheet can capture, the human cost of a broken policy. And here's what I know from years in this community. When pain patients tell their stories, things change. The CDC revised its guidelines in part because patients showed up and testified. Legislators have reversed their positions because a constituent sat across from them and told them the truth. Your story has that power, and today I want to help you find it. Your patient advocacy statement is a 1 to 2 page document that you can submit to legislators and media outlets. Here is what it should include. Your diagnosis. What condition do you have? How long have you had it? Keep this brief. 1 or 2 sentences. You don't need to educate the reader on every medical detail. How pain has affected your life. This is the heart of your statement. Be specific. Don't say my quality of life declined. Say, I could no longer drive. I could not hold down a job. I stopped being able to cook dinner for my family. I spent most of my time in bed trying not to exist. The treatment that helped and what happened when you lost it. If you have experienced forced tapering, describe it. What did it feel like physically? What did it cost you in your daily life? Do not hold back on the truth. What you want to change. End with a clear, specific ask. Don't leave the reader wondering what to do. Tell them, I am asking you to support legislation, or I am asking you to investigate. Make it concrete. Once you have your statement, here is where it can go. Let's look at the most effective targets. Your legislators. Submit it along with your phone calls and requests for meetings. Make sure they see it. Advocacy organizations like U.S. Pain Foundation and ACPA actively collect and share patient stories. Your state medical board or pharmacy board, as part of a formal comment or as context for a complaint. Local and national media. Reporters working on pain policy stories need human sources with verifiable details. Public comment forums. When the CDC or CMS opens a period, your story becomes part of the official record. You can tell your story anonymously or semi-anonymously. Privacy is entirely within your control. Use initials. Describe your situation without identifying details. Add your voice to the collective safely. I also want to say this. Telling your story is hard. It means being vulnerable. Give yourself permission to feel that. And then tell it anyway, because your vulnerability is where your true advocacy power lives. Somewhere out there is a legislator's staffer who hasn't yet understood what this crisis really means. There is a journalist who is starting to ask questions. Your story might be the spark they need. There is a newly diagnosed patient who has never heard anyone describe exactly what they are going through. Your story reaches those people, and it matters more than you will ever know. Action step. Write the first paragraph of your patient advocacy statement today. Just 1 paragraph. Include your name, your diagnosis, and 1 sentence about how it has affected your life. You can do the rest tomorrow. In our final episode, episode 8, we're bringing everything together into a weekly action plan. Something sustainable. Something you can do even on your worst days. Advocacy is a practice, and we're going to make it as easy as possible for you to keep going. I'll see you in the finale.